So it's a bit late at night tonight, which is probably why I'm going to have a bit more of a relaxed episode, but at the same time, I'm in such a good mood. I'm off work for a week, thank God, which means I can just dedicate time to the channel and to the save and to everything that goes with it. I've just had a very good pizza from a well-known establishment who I can't mention for copyright reasons, even though my video is not monetized yet. They probably won't be, ever. And you know what? I'm in such a good sharing mood that I'm also going to put out a very important question to you. Euro Cup 2. Do we take it seriously and do we win it? Or do I sack it off and just not really bother with it? It is up to you guys in the comment section. You must let me know what you want me to do with the Euro Cup 2. I personally think it'd be nice to get a trophy in there, but I don't want to expend the energy of my big time players by going for it full whack. So if we get to like the latter stages, do I start playing first team players? In my mind, no, this is a tournament the youngsters can win. But I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section if you think it is worthwhile pursuing. It's going to be the biggest vote since Brexit, honestly. And let's hope it turns out a lot better than that has. Not in terms of the actual verdict, just all the kind of nabby-pabbiness that's happened since. By that I mean, nothing's happened. I don't often get political in my intros. This is why. Anyway, enough of that somber nonsense. Let's get on with another fun video. We're playing City today. Hello there viewers, welcome back to another episode of the FM20 Leeds Save. I hope this finds you all very safe and well, and of course, the Euro Cup 2 doesn't come up just because. It's because today we're playing IFK Göteborg in the second leg of our qualifying round. We're 2-0 up from the first leg, and then after that, it's a big game at Ellen Road against Manchester City, reigning Premier League champions, but we are currently sat at the top of the table, looking very pretty indeed. I know, pretty. I look fabulous. I have been told actually I have sensational eyelashes, so if you're looking for that in a man. But quickly before we dive into the Göteborg game, how have we been getting on off camera? We've only had 2 games since. One of them was out of the aforementioned 2-0 win over IFK Göteborg. Oh, aforementioned, what a name. I'm on fire tonight. And the other one is Brighton, where we went away to the Amex rather, and beat them 2-1. Very impressive. Of course, Zarame and Marcus Vinicius getting on the score sheet. Marcus Vinicius chipping in not 1 goal last year in 8 appearances. So far though this season, 2-2. Very, very impressed indeed with this young man. At the moment, he looks like he's going to be overtaking Kutrin as my number 1 striker along with Zarame. But I still want to give Kutrin a chance to prove himself. And the likelihood he's going to get that in our game against Göteborg. The first team are out. I'm going to quickly change that to the reserves. This is going to be very exciting because we're going to see a lot of players that we have not seen before. Right, so this is the dedicated lineup that I'm going to be using for the Euro League 2. And we're going to call it reserves. Hopefully the boys won't see that, because otherwise that's very deflating for them. But this is ultimately what the reserve team or the future team is going to look like. There's a lot of youngsters packed into this team, so I'm hoping that they're going to do the business for me. So McCrory is going to be playing in goal for us. Vina on the left, Smith and Antonio in the middle, and Wag on the right. Smith, you ask? Who the hell is Smith? Here it is, Brett Smith. And yes, Brett Smith looks very good. He is very good, and he can potentially be even better. He's had 1 year away on loan where he played for Rotherham, got 2 goals and 33 appearances, played pretty well. He's gone a little bit on the downturn since, but I have to say, 6.96 while playing in League 1. Not too bad, and now he finds himself lining up in European competition. He could be good, but I'm going to give him this season to find out just how good he is. Alex Antonio, on the other hand, I know for a fact is going to be exceedingly good. I look at these attributes and I think, yes, if I can get his heading up, because at the moment it's currently only at 9, brilliant. But it's the mentals are what makes him so good. Concentration of 15, bravery 15, work rate 17, positioning 14, and 15 tackling. He looks very, very solid indeed. We did buy him originally from Braga back in Season 2, I believe it was, for £3 million. And finally, it looks like I'm going to be seeing the fruits of our labour come to fruition. That's what fruits of labour means, Mike. Idiot. In the middle is Masengo, who we obviously signed from Bristol City last year. Looking forward to seeing him in action. Shackleton and Bruno Guimaraes making out the midfield too. Then we've got Nick Wright, a player obviously we signed over the summer and looks absolutely banging. Hopefully he can turn in some very good performances in this competition as well. And he is in support of Correa and Kutrin. Now, if I can get Kutrin to start scoring, that would be wonderful, because then I can have 3 goal scorers that are outright getting me goals, and there'll be a lot of competition for places up front. If he doesn't, I'm going to be very, very annoyed. Like I said, we've got 2 away goals that we're already focusing on. They're playing a very defensive formation, so I'm kind of under the impression that they know it's over, and we kind of know it's over, but at the same time, I want to see a professional performance from the boys. I want to see us go out there and treat it as if it was 0-0, and that we need to win the game. That's what I want to see, and hopefully that's what we're going to get. We shall see. I just realised their goalkeeper's called Sand. There's Star Wars references for days and that. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. It gets everywhere. But you are not Sandy. That is why I love you, Padme. Everyone, I want to know in your bottom, what's your favourite Star Wars film? And be honest, if it's one of the prequels, don't try and be hip and cool. Go, oh, I didn't like the prequels, but I love the old ones. And some people I know have said that, and they've never really watched the old ones. So, be proud. If you like Attack of the Clones, I won't think any less of you. I won't. It's not been a very good half, has it? I kind of was hoping this wouldn't be the case. I was hoping we'd go out there and we'd give them a right good hiding, and instead we've gone out there and given them hope that the game is not over yet. That might be because they're playing 10 at the back, but at the same time, I expect us to be able to break through that, reserves or not. Sorry, Europa League team. God, it's not even Europa League. Euro Cup 2 team. EC2. That's what I should have called them. Maybe they saw the reserves type before I sent them out there. Go on, Shackleton. You're playing for a place in the teammates still at the moment. Vina whips in the ball, and Kutrian scored, but he's offside. It's a great run and a really good ball in by Vina, but mate. I mean, he's literally standing in a different time zone. Well, this has been thrilling, viewers. For you, I mean, this is going to go by very quickly. This is literally going to be for 2 minutes. For me, this is literally 8 minutes of my life I'm not going to get back. All I can do is apologise on behalf of the team. We're through. We've qualified. Horrendously, though. So, I'm going to certainly say, you got away with that. You were poor today. A lot of players didn't like that. Well, stop being rubbish. And Musa Wag is making noises about being unimpressed with how you've been handling team talks recently. I'll have a chat with him. What's up, Musa? What's going on? This doesn't have to go outside of this office, but I think you were too harsh on the team during the team talk you gave against Goatberg. So I understand you have concerns, but let's just see if we can get on with our jobs as normal. I don't think that's possible. I need to see some action from you to improve things. I'll say, I'm the manager of this football club, and you need to start trusting my methods, or you and I are going to fall out. You are the boss, yes, and part of your job is making your team happy. I'm afraid you're failing at that currently. Well, let's see about that. Considering that the dressing room atmosphere is very good, I think that you're fooled, mate. You're not sure you can work with a manager who treats his players like this? What, that pays you lots and lots of money, gives you plenty of game time, and most of the time actually is quite kind on you when you've been absolutely terrible? Sorry, Musa. I'll try and work on that in the future. Bruno Guimaraes is happy to stay at the club. Yes, he signed a brand new deal. Arsenal was sniffing around after him, and I wasn't having any of that. I need to keep Bruno here. He's part of the fundamental midfield core. Not getting rid of him. Here we go. The Euro Cup 2 group stages. Let's see who's in this then. So we're in the first seed. You've got Spartak Moscow, Lille, Copenhagen, Astana, Apoel, Zorya. I mean, household names all around. There is Atalanta, Villarreal. I mean, I see Dundalk. Let's just get through this then. So we're in Group B. So we've got Spartak Moscow. Ooh, they're actually a bit of like a Champions League team now and again. So okay, that's tough. Olimpija, I think that's how you say it. Is that Slovenia? Yeah, I believe so. Oh, Kayserispor from Turkey. Right, okay. So ultimately, not the hardest group in the world. Spartak Moscow could be quite difficult. I'm unsure. Apparently we've been handed an easy group, so good. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad then, should it, apparently? Oh, here we go. I've been told that the squad are not happy with your management of the team. They wish to talk to you about it. Alex Antonio and Adelio. Why is Adelio getting involved in this? No one's supporting me. Right, okay, let's talk then. What's going on? I'll say I'll try and change my approach. I'll just see then. I want to keep people happy. Adelio is the reason why I've said that. Adelio is literally the reason why I've said that. If it was anyone else, I probably wouldn't be that bothered, but Adelio is now like a massive part of the squad going forward. I do not want to upset him as soon as he comes in. Definitely not. I realise now that obviously I'm going up against Vincent Kompany, whose first year in charge of City, he went and won the title. So, Good for him. Let's hope that doesn't happen again this year. Liverpool at the moment, though, have like flown out of the blocks. City have not so much. They're in 8th, but obviously there's only been 3 games played, so there's still a long way to go. We've obviously thrown out the blocks as well. Thrown out the blocks? It's not Lego, Mike. Flown. Flown. Can't believe I had to think about how that's spelt then. Marcus Vinicius was named Young Player of the Month. Excellent. And I was named Manager of the Month. Get in. Right, so here we go then. Up against Manchester City. You can tell our record against them is excellent. We've played 12 and we've won once. They've won 10 of them. So it's not been ideal. Right, so this is the lineup for today then. There are a couple of changes, and I'm still finding it difficult now because I've had to move Calvin Phillips out of the team to accommodate my midfield, which feels wrong. He's played nearly every minute of every game for the last 5 years. Lafont's in goal, Wober at left back, Popov, Slaglar, Soyuncu, Gilberto Antonio make up the back four. Then you got Rice, Quissant, and Adelio in the middle, with Nomoko supporting Marcus Vinicius and Durame. Now, this is a big game. This is a huge game. Are we as good as I think we are? They're playing a bit more of a defensive formation here. They obviously know that the midfield's where we're going to try and dominate, and they've got the wingers and João Felix, Orsolini, and this boy here. Like I said, oh my god, I mean, look at him. Admilson, Leocadio up front is just, he might well be the best player in the world at this rate. He's unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. And he's still only 20. It's just phenomenal. I've said you guys would be keen to avenge what happened last time we played City, and the time before that, and the time before that, and the other 9 times before that. So let's go out there and make sure that we get ourselves a win, shall we? Popov into Quissant. Go on, mate. Lovely ball to Wobu. So far has been my player of the year after 3 games. I mean, not there though. That pass he played was awful. João Felix is in. He whips it towards the back post. Wobu though clears it. No one moving to it, and Kana's got an easy clear against their way there. Max Aarons up against Wober. Go on, Wober, stand him up, or just let him go past you. João Felix into the cardio. João Felix is 1-0 within 2 minutes. It started with so much hope. Wober just gets skinned by Max Aarons, Lecadio and Felix. I mean, when you've got that much quality, what can you do? Literally, what are we meant to do there? I'm not like Company. I don't get a squad of world superstars just handed to me and go, there you go and win the title, and an endless budget. Next year, if I want to win the title, I'm just playing City or Liverpool, and then that way I can win a title and everyone can see that I'm actually okay at the game. But then anyone can be okay at the game if you win Liverpool and City. Wober's injured, which is just not making this any easier, because now I have to bring on Moni Musawag. And Musawag loves a whinge. Hopefully, he's recovered from the grilling that I gave him during midweek with my really aggressive team talk. As we all know, I'm never aggressive. Tosser, absolute tosser he is. This City team just look polished, and it's very irritating. They've still got John Stones at the back though, so there's still hope. I'm annoyed here because we should be a lot more involved in this game. A lot more involved. You know, we've had 6 shots, only 1 of them on target compared to their 4. 50-50 possession, they've had all the highlights. I just feel like on the cusp. It's not exactly living up to expectations today, is he, Marcus Vinicius? I guess I expected a much better showing. Funnily enough, Musawag, nothing specified. There's a lot more to come from you. Listen nervously. What's wrong with you? Durame's carrying a bit of a knock. He's down to 58% in terms of fitness, which isn't ideal because I've only got 2 changes left, and I've got the impression that I'm definitely going to need to make one for Nomoko because he's not having a good game, and neither is Marcus Vinicius. Is this the day that Kutrin steps up? Is this his moment in the sun? At the moment, we've done really well because nothing has happened. We're holding on, but that's not enough. Marcus Vinicius is coming off. On comes Kutrin. Nomoko's sort of beginning to pick up a little bit. We all know what I'm thinking, and it's happening. Sergio Aguero is coming on. Aguero's coming on. Kutrin and Aguero, the 2 Argentinians up front. Aguero, deep lying forward. Go on, mate. Get in there. Make stuff happen. Against his old team, it's written. It has to be. And that's a decent save by Edison from a corner. The centre-backs of Popov and Soyuncu have been good. Gilberto Antonio has been quite good. Resolute. Are we just lacking that little bit of fire, that little bit of quality? I'm a bit annoyed because if I didn't have to take Wober off, I would have brought Calvin Phillips on and then switch around the front 2. There's a chance. and Aguero is on the ball. He whips it in, back post. Oh, Kuchin should have been there. Adelio on the ball, out to Gilberto Antonio. Go on, mate, skin him. Antonio back to Adelio, who hits it. Oh, it's a decent effort, and Edison has sprawling across the goal to make us say, well done, Adelio. Come on, boys, let's get this. Well, we've had a chance, and you can tell we've really come into the game in the last half an hour or so. 8 minutes to go. Can we just find something from somewhere? Even to get a draw would be brilliant for us. Just a draw would be amazing, just to keep this little undefeated run and great start to the season going. This 4-4-2 diamond has been so good, and again I feel very resolute at the back. I feel very solid. We've been undone rather by 1 minute of sheer quality from them early doors where we weren't quite up to scratch. As the game's gone on, we've been the better team, but we've not done enough. And a 1-0 defeat wasn't the best one. I'm going to say, there you go Musa. I can't fault any of your performances. Hopefully that's better. Woby's out for 13 days, Durami's out for 10. Not brilliant. Kuchin Faust end goal drought again. I don't really want to go at the press conference. That's dented my confidence a little bit now. I'm a little bit upset by that. Hopefully we got a chance to turn it around a little bit. We've got Leicester away next, and they've notoriously not done brilliantly in this save. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to burden you with too much Euro Cup 2, because let's face it, it's not something that we're particularly that bothered about. So what we'll do is we'll come back for the game away at Brentford and then home to Spartak Moscow. Yes, I know we've got the Liverpool one later on, but I want to show the Anfield game later on this season. But I think Spartak will be a good watch, at least, and we get to see some of the youngsters again. Hopefully we'll play a little bit better than today. 1 goal in 2 games, very unlike us. We normally at least get a couple of goals, but not to be. City are champions for a reason, so maybe I shouldn't be too disappointed, but I felt like there was a point up for grabs there at least. But it's been a better start than we used to. That could have happened on any day. We didn't get battered, that's the most important thing. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then drop a like on the video, share and subscribe. Make sure you come back for another episode of the Leeds Save, and until I see you for the next episode, make sure you take care of yourselves and stay cool. Bit gutting.